State Governor Nyesom Wike has thrown his weight behind Atiku Abubakar, the presidential flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), who defeated him at the party's primary elections. Mr. Abubakar clinched the PDP presidential ticket on Saturday after he polled 371 votes against Mr. Wike's 237 votes. I made a vow to the PDP that I will support whoever emerges from the PDP presidential primaries, and I am not going to go back on my word, tweeted Mr. Wike on Monday evening. We cannot abandon the official PDP Nigeria. We will be fully supporting Atiku, the Rivers State Governor, added. The statement has put to rest speculation that Mr. Wike, aggrieved by the outcome of the primaries, may defer to another political party to further his presidential aspiration. The Rivers State Governor openly declared his support for Mr. Abubakar after the latter paid him a visit at his residence in Asukuro, Abuja. So Wike's residence is now Abuja again. All of una do well. The former vice president had emphasized the need for every member of PDP to work together to unseat the APC, charging aggrieved party members to put the convention's events behind them in order to achieve this goal. Responding to Mr. Abubakar's charge, Mr. Wike vowed to stick by his word and support whoever wins the ticket. The Rivers governor, who described himself as a party man, said he will continue to support and remain loyal to the party and urged the party's candidates to learn from his 2019 defeat. Mr. Wike, who pulled the second highest vote, was said to have had a good chance of winning the primary if Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwa had not withdrawn at the last minute. We hear you. So because he has come to pay you a visit now, you are changing your mind. We are going to be hearing a lot of things. Tomorrow night, he will change his mind. He will tell us something. I think some days back or yesterday, we learned that he said he's going to support Buhari, Tinubu rather. And a video surfaced after the primaries when he was blasting the delegates that disappointed him. He was almost crying. He just cried, just that he couldn't just even express it, but you could see that he was really pained. He was so pained. Now, of course, it is certain that he's not going to be supporting Peter Obi. Now it's out of the way, because if he wanted to support him, he would have done the needful at the end of the day. But why is it that he's not even blaming Tambuwa, whom he supported in 2019? He fought against Atiku just to install Tambuwa as a flag bearer of PDP presidential tickets. But now it was the turn of the Tambuwa himself to do the needful. Reverse is the case. The northern elders are telling the southwest elders to compel it. That was their effort that made Tambuwa to step down for Atiku, that they should do the same. And I said, if really you have that power to compel or to persuade somebody to just step down for another person, why is it that you don't use that same power to compel the government to do the needful for your people? Because with the power that you guys have, you are as good as suffering, or good as not having that position. Those who are not having that opportunity, their people are living well. So of what use is your power that your people are in abject poverty? Anything that is not worthy to be called human being, that people want to exonerate themselves from, those are the things happening with your people, and you are not bothered about that. We have children all over the place, littered all over the place. They are not going to school. Poverty is the order of the day. It does not bother you, but you can compel somebody to step down. Does that make sense? Who does that? It can only happen in the north. Well, this is just the starting. I said it before, when Tinubu came out January, it was all over the place. But now the reverse is the case. That was a initial gra. But the same thing cannot be said now. Everybody is getting tired. So Wike tomorrow now will come up with another thing. If you want to support an article, you're on your own. Get your voters card today and let's together change the status quo. Mine is for Mr. Obi. Let's labor today for a greater tomorrow. Man of the moment, we love you much, sir. Who are you loving? Wike. From Peter Odili, who made a play for vice presidency, to Rotimi Amici, who led an insurrection, to Nyesom Wike, who pursued a pipe dream. Every two-term governor of Rivers State since 1999 has squandered Rivers State money sponsoring wasteful presidential bids. Yes, Odili did the same thing. Want to know, Abi? Amici did the same thing for Buhari. At the end of the day, the people are suffering for it, wasting the resources of the state. Now, Wike, we are hearing that he spent a 30 billion naira. Of course, he will come out and debunk it. Unfortunately, we don't have people that will really do the proper investigation, because he said EFCC does not have the right to come to his state to investigate any misappropriation of funds. He may be your man. Atiku may be your man, but even your son, you can't even force to vote Atiku. Who cares? Shameless man. You people will be surprised on what will happen to your party. Obi is the man every Nigeria, meaningful Nigerians, or most ordinary, not also a cycle fans. Every reasonable Nigeria need. Look at you, Mr. Wike. So if Peter Obi couldn't have been your man for 2023, shame on all of you. And he was crying that nobody supported him. Nigeria doesn't belong to his zone. I can't be a second-class citizen in my country. I will work for the interests of Nigerians and not a privilege. Not a privilege for you, according to Nyesom Wike. We moved though. Atiku will surely lose the election. Hey, yeah, politics is not by gra. I guess you learned it in a hard way. Oga, you are a failure. You and your team are going nowhere. When the weak speaks, you know. You are entitled to your opinion. You and Atiku do not own Nigeria. We the youth have to take our stand. No problem. Mr. Obi is my favorite candidate. Please get your PVC ready. It will be a massive movement for Peter Obi for a better Nigeria. Will Wike keep quiet? He didn't say Atiku is my man for 2023. Okay. Finally, Wike has raised the political profile of Rivers State. That is just what he achieved at the presidential primaries. What I don't know about Wike is who supplies cocaine to him. Referendum is the only solution. Atiku will lose again because, my people, what time is it? It's Obi o'clock. Obi o'clock now is what is raining now. I love this courage and love for the party. However, with Atiku, PDP can't win 2023 election. I don't even need to convince you to believe. Time is everything, so give it time. We'll know whether Atiku is going to win or not. I know even sure say Atiku go fit get that 3 votes when he gets for my unit 2019. This time again, 0 votes this time. With hard labor, you are supporting Atiku and not your choice. Continue fooling yourself in the name that Atiku is your man or is upon you, or they betrayed you. You yourself, you are going to pay them back in their own coin. Who ask you whether Atiku is your man or not? With or without your support, we shall be obedient, and we will stand upon that rock, because there is dignity in labor. There is dignity in labor.